What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Let's talk about Louisiana. They had a prison break. You had 10 inmates escape. That's been about a week ago. I meant to talk about it sooner. I was expecting it to be wrapped up by now, all of them to be captured, but that has not happened. They've caught about 5 of them. At the time of me making this video, they're just now capturing the 5th one. That's why we talking about it now, because we only halfway there. How did this happen? Well, the inmates apparently had multiple people on the inside that were helping them plan this damn escape. They put a hole in the wall. One of them shut off a water valve so that they can escape through. There's a video of all of them taking off running out of the prison. There's another video of a few of them walking through an alley about an hour later after they got up out of there. So this is just wild times, man. You got convicted felons out there running around, and it's been a week. I mean, that's enough time to get anywhere, really. If you got a plan, if you planned an escape like this successfully, you also had a plan on how you was gonna move when you got up out of there. You were not just running aimlessly trying to figure out where you was gonna stick yourself. You have put together something. You probably talked to some people on the outside in some sort of fashion, use codes, speaking in codes, something. You communicated to somebody, you about to get up out of here and you coming that way. Now, one of the people who work there appears to be a maintenance worker. He's been arrested and jailed. He's saying that the reason why he helped is because one of the inmates threatened to shank him. Well, the prison officials, they're not exactly feeling that, because they're saying this isn't something new. Threats amongst employees. You know, it's an unfortunate part of working there, but it's not something new. If he were being threatened by an inmate, he could have spoke up and something could have been done about it. He never did that. So it doesn't appear that they're buying the story that he did this under duress. Maybe he was offered some sort of kickback by the inmates, or was given some sort of kickback by the inmates. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But it had to have been something, because he ain't doing this for nothing. He not helping them get out without thinking there's something in this for me. And above all, there's cameras everywhere in that place. How did they not think that there'd be some sort of investigation and access to getting out of that place wouldn't be linked back to them? I don't know. I mean, I don't have a criminal mind, y'all, so I don't know why people do what they do. I'm just as out there in the dark about this as you guys are. We can only wonder, we can only speculate. I'll tell you one thing though, man. Can't nobody come knocking on my door talking about I need a place to stay, you know, and I know that they just freaking escaped. One of the inmates, he was caught staying with his grandmother. The grandmother didn't know that she was harboring a fugitive. I mean, I can believe that. The grandmother, she ain't seen him in years, depending on how long he been in there. She truly may not have known what happened with him, and he just show up on some grandma, I need a place to stay. Can I stay here for a few days sort of stuff. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, grandmas can be really heavy religious, holy rollers, Bible thumpers. And if you on some BS, grandma like, get on up out of here. You know, you're not about to bring the devil to my doorstep, that sort of thing. So he probably did avoid telling her the truth of what all's going on with him. But man, the rest of them though, you know, they staying with somebody that they know. Maybe a girlfriend on the outside, maybe a cousin, you know, somebody. It's family and friends on the outside that are harboring fugitives. And you know, I wouldn't want nothing to do with that. I like the boring life, man. You know, there's certain things that you just kind of have to just stand on when you become an adult. If you have kids, if you have a wife, you know, these things, they mature a man. You don't do things that would put them in harm's way, and harboring a fugitive possibly could. So it'd be like, listen, cuz I love you, you always gonna be fam, but you can't stay here, man. I got my wife in here, I got my little girls in here. I just can't put them, you know, in harm's way trying to help you. I can't expose them to some foolery trying to help you out, man. So you always gonna be my family. I'm always gonna love you, but I can't help you in this situation, man. Maybe give them a couple dollars. I don't know. Maybe give, you know, just to let them know, like, hey, it really ain't like that. Like, it's not that I don't fuck with you no more. I don't fuck with this that you own right here. So here's a couple $100, man. Good luck to you. But I can't harbor no fugitive here, man. Because if he get caught there, you in some trouble now. Why? Because you was trying to prove that you was still real, you was still down. I'm so glad I outgrew that, man. A lot of people out here still doing things that are basically the opposite of what's best for them. They're doing things that they know aren't good for them for the sake of proving that they still down, they still real, they ain't switched up. It can't be about that no more, man. When you got kids, when you got a wife, you gotta just leave certain things alone. People, we all adults here, people make choices. Those choices, they have outcomes. And if they out there making these sort of choices that's gonna land them in a situation where they gonna lose their freedom, hey, I love you, but I can't mess with you like that no more, man. Really. What do you want me to do? I can't put your well-being over that of my family's. Like, I have a responsibility to them. You a grown man, you put yourself in this situation. And though I'm always gonna love you, I don't love what you did to land yourself in here. I hate this situation for you. I hate that you landed here. So, couldn't be your boy. I told y'all, I love my life. I like it being boring. I don't want no trouble at my doorstep. That's why I don't dabble in certain things and I don't associate with certain people, because I just really don't want none of the trouble that comes with it. You know, plus when you got a son that's looking up to you, you're like Superman in his eyes. You're the portrait of, in his eyes, of what a man is, what a man is supposed to be. You carry that. When you know you got a son that's watching you, man, you carry that. Decisions that you make, you factor that in. So last thing you gonna do is be out here doing some stuff that's gonna put you in, you know, a lesser light in your son's eyes. And you certainly not gonna do no things that's gonna expose your family trying to help somebody else out when they've already made their decisions, and their decisions led them into criminal activities. So I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll let y'all soon. Peace.